Hello and welcome everyone. This is your girl Sam, saying thank you for joining me again, once again, for 16-16-16. It's our second iteration of the 16 things that you can do in No Man's Sky. That's our topic for the day. So go ahead, relax, get your snacks, and sit back and watch No Man's Sky 16-16-16. And I want to give a shout out to the Hello Games team and Sean Murray for, being the best ongoing game. Like we didn't know that. So yeah, the Game Awards really got them with that. They were very surprised to hear that, but we all knew that was going to happen. So congratulations, Sean. Congratulations, team Hello Games. Keep it up, and we'll keep being here for you. And as you can see, I got my hours in this year on No Man's Sky. Reached mile marker 1,000. So yeah, going to get more, and that's just on my PS5 save. Also have an Xbox save and Switch save, and played on other things as well. But thanks to Captain Steve for this update on the holiday expeditions. As I'm filming this and recording this, it's just now ending with Expedition 16, and tomorrow starts the Corvette Expedition. So if you haven't played it, go ahead and snag that as you can. Also, big shout out to the Anomaly magazine for their 9th issue, December 2025. Definitely get a chance to go ahead and download that. You're going to love it. It's the Anomaly issue featuring Chronos this time, and there's some recipes in there. So you want to go ahead and get ahead and download that and take a look at it. Some of the recipes are pretty cool. Chronos approved, I believe. And also we want to just go ahead and thank the team at the Anomaly for creating such a good magazine since March, and with iteration number 9. Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Valerie. You guys are doing a phenomenal job with the magazine, the E-ZINE. I do think I would like to have a physical copy. The pages are just so beautiful. I kind of want to print some out for myself, but who knows how that's going to roll. I might print out a few for myself for next year, but you never know. But again, thank you, Tom, and thank you, Valerie. Keep up the hard work, and we appreciate you. And this is just me doing some basic gameplay. I just recorded it for the 16-minute marker. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the 16-16-16. And the topic for this week is 16 things you can do in No Man's Sky once you finish the main story. So I put together this really cool casual list, things that I like to do. It's not an end-all grab-all type of list. It's just a basic list on just things that you can do. So we're going to go ahead and start that with number 1. The number 1 thing you can do in No Man's Sky is search for the living ship. A lot of people might have received it from one of the other expeditions. I think it was Expedition 15 or 16 where you got a living ship. I never particularly cared for the story, but what you want to do is go to Johnny 5 in the Anomaly and go ahead and purchase a void egg, and then follow the steps to get the living ship. It takes about a week. Quicker if you can go ahead and reset the time on your game station. So whatever you're playing on, you can reset the time and get it faster. But that's how you get the ship. Number 2, can't avoid number 2. Explore the planetary archives. They are ginormic buildings that are placed on planets. Not all planets have them, but when you find one, go ahead and build a base in it. They're really cool to have as a base because, one, you can watch for ships that land, especially if it's in a really flourishing galaxy system. So you can go ahead and pick out ships that you want. I still do ship hunting. Yeah, I like building my Corvette. Not gonna lie about that, but I definitely like ship hunting. So yeah, go ahead and find yourself a planetary archive and build a base there. You will not miss that. Number 3 is really popular for me. I like to go out in my vehicles. This is the Roamer. I prefer the Nomad myself. But basically, exploring the planet in your Roamer or your Nomad or even the Colossus makes the trip a whole lot easier. You can equip it with cannons. You can equip it with lasers, and you can just explore the planet. You can mine with it. It makes it just really easy. The Nomad is, to me, the number one ship that you should get, because the Nomad, you can go into caves, you can climb up side of mountains, you can even float underwater and on top of the water, depending on the planet. So yeah, go ahead and snag yourself a trip on the planet in one of your ships, one of your roamer vehicles. You'll definitely like it. And here, when I was playing this game, for some reason my ship was floating. I don't know if that's new, but I definitely thought that was cool because my landing gear didn't land. So we're going to head to number 4. Number 4 thing you can do in No Man's Sky: send out your fleet with your freighter. They will bring you back awesome stuff, especially if you're looking to make in-game units and you don't want to do the D word. I'm not going to talk about the D word. That's going to be for another story. But yeah, send out your frigates and you can find things that you need. I've gotten Quicksilver. I've gotten items from the purple systems, even though I personally can't go to the purple systems on all my saves, but I got lithium and I forget the other metal that you can get, quartzite. So yeah, you want to go ahead and send out your frigates. They can bring you back good booty, good loot. And number 5, search for those exotic ships. Everybody loves the exotic ships. Me personally, I like the Squiddy. That's my favorite. But you can also search for the living frigates, which is cool. I forget how you do that. You get a device back from one of your ships that you send out. But anyway, number 6, be a pirate. Arg. Nobody doesn't want to not be a pirate and shoot at other ships in the system and get them all chasing you. But the one thing I like about being a pirate is that you can get a lot of great items that you can sell for loot. Passports. You can also sell some of the items that you get from the pirate stations. Suspicious goods are always good to collect. Suspicious packets are always good to collect. And suspicious tech, those are my favorite. Quick way to get nanites when you're doing expeditions as well. Just pack up about 50 of those, bust them open, use what you need, and then sell the rest. You got some bad nanites right there. So yeah, definitely be a pirate. Arg. Number 7 is not my favorite, but I know a lot of people do it, and that's opening up a planetary settlement. I know they made changes to the settlement. I can't really say what, because I never got into the settlements. But if you're a settlement type of person, go ahead and do that. Get your rank up. I know there's some mixed views on settlements. People are saying that, can't get it up to S rank, and when you do get it up to S rank, something goes wrong and you really can't complete it. But go ahead and start yourself a settlement. You won't be disappointed. I think settlements are cool, they're just not for me. So we're going to go on here to number 8. Number 8 is my favorite as well. I like to do a lot of stuff in No Man's Sky, but finding planets that smashed into each other, they're my favorite. Now, I do believe those glyphs at the bottom of the screen, as you can see, this was from a couple of years ago because the name of the galaxy is not under there, but I do believe this is in Euclid. So you can pop those glyphs in and you can find that planet. I found this picture on Reddit, I believe, but it still exists. I went there a couple of years ago. I went there last 2 months ago, and it still was there. So yeah, finding planets that smashed into each other is always a really cool find. Number 9. Now this is going to be hard because you have to do a lot of grinding on the ground, but if you can find I call them crab rocks. So while you're shooting on the ground, pew 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 pew, and you're just minding your own business shooting at rocks, some will sprout legs and run away. I found small ones, I found big ones. Yeah, the rocks are pretty rocky, and they're funny when they run away. I actually followed one once and I exploded him. Yeah, that was the violence in me. Violence. Anyway, number 10. Number 10 is going to be a fun one as well. Number 10, you can also go exploring in the oceans. Now, oceans got a major upgrade during Aquarius expedition. So, yeah, this one right here shows me going down only to 90, I think it's 92U. They go way deeper than that. And I have to get back to my water giant to go do some more exploring. But yeah, definitely travel the oceans and explore as deep as you can. You will find some phenomenal things. Number 11, make your base and make your way to the edge of the galaxy. People are always saying, oh, I can't find any planets that hasn't been already discovered. That's so frustrating, blah, blah, blah. Travel to the edge instead of the center. When you go to the edge of the galaxy, you find so many more planets that don't have any inhabitants on them because everyone goes to the center. Here we're going to go again with number 12, and that's looking for companions. You could go to planets, land, and just check around and find all kinds of companions. I think my favorite kind of companion to find right now, believe it or not, is the Proto-Gek. This one was cool because it was like a T-Rex with lights on his back, and it really cracked me up when I saw it. Again, I think this is in Euclid, might be Eisentam. So if you want to go ahead and get those glyphs, you can go ahead and follow that. Going to go next to number 13. Number 13 is our favorite thing to do besides building Corvettes, is searching for Sentinel ships. And this is a stack of ships by Daryl Burkett. Thank you, Daryl, for sharing your screenshot. And basically, he collected a nice looking match of Sentinel ships with one little exotic there in the back. But yeah, searching for Sentinel ships is still a main thing in the game. I definitely do like to do it. I kind of just on the fence about the kind of ship I want, but there are so many iterations of them out there. You definitely want to go ahead and search for Sentinel ships. Number 14. Number 14 is looking for planets that have floating islands. It's harder than you think, especially finding ones that don't have the superheated storms. They're so annoying. But yeah, you want to go ahead and try to find a planet, preferably a paradise planet, that has really nice floating planets. It's really cool to try to find one. So yeah, we'll go ahead and try that. Number 15, go search for a wild base. I found my first wild base, I believe, in 2024 during one of the expeditions. And I was stoked. I played the game for literally almost, I think I'm in 7 years in. And that was my first wild base. I actually found 2 on that planet. It was 2 wild bases. One was 15 U apart. But yeah, you definitely want to find a wild base. That is where you will first be able to build bases on planets before we got them as a part. And number 16, searching for all the exotic trophies. Yeah, all those glyphs right there, that's where you'll find them. And they are on those planets. Those planets are considered, I forget the term, but they only have one life form on them, so you can get the nanites for it as well when you discover it. I like to do that search because I like to collect all the parts. But yeah, oh yeah, go ahead, dance, kitty. There's 16 things that you can do in No Man's Sky when you don't want to play the story, or when you finish the story. I have never played the story. I don't know if I told y'all that before, but I've never played the story. I think I finished Atlas mission once, but I've never played the story in No Man's Sky, and I got almost all the trophies. I do want to try permadeath and get that out the way as well, because permadeath is something that I'm not really good at. I haven't played it very often. There were 2 expeditions, number 3 and number 7, that were basically permadeath expeditions, and they frustrated me so much because I kept dying so many times, just over and over and over again, that it got to the point where I never did expedition 3 or 7 because they just frustrated me so much. But I'm pretty sure I could get through a permadeath save and a permadeath hunt to get to the center of the universe to get that trophy. That is an elusive trophy. Not many people have gotten that trophy. Only 8% of players have reached that trophy to get to the center of the universe in the permadeath version of the game, which is kind of saying something, because there's so many things that you can do in the game. Permadeath is one thing that you would think that most players would do, but I guess because of how it is, and now with that permadeath is kind of like survival mode now. It's a little bit different, but y'all get the gist of it. But yeah, permadeath is a good game to play if you're really interested and you want to do the straight survival. You get 250 or less of supplies in your pack. Everything breaks, everything gets damaged, and then you gotta survive the ravages of the planet. So yes, it's just one of those versions of No Man's Sky that I just have never played yet, and that's probably gonna put it on my 2026 to-do list, because I do definitely want to play the permadeath save. And as you can see, I'm here in my ocean on the planet that I'm on. I think it was a Hello Games planet from Expedition 18. I just went back to it because I had to build up my base some. But yeah, it's a nice deep kind of planet. It's not super deep. At least I haven't found a really deep spot. I think the lowest I've gotten was 151 U. But yeah, it's a really cool planet. It's got a ton of bases on it. So if you're just getting new into the last expedition, I think it ended this morning, and you want to just go back and like build up your base and everything, just make sure you leave multiplayer off so you don't get pew-pewed, because people will pew-pew you, and then that'll be the end of it. But yeah, here's my base here. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a screenshot of it, and you can see and upload it as well. I do have a little base that I built. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little bit, And as you can see, my ship is still doing the floaty thing. I just find that so bizarre because I've never seen a hauler do that. There's my little beacon on the lake, as you put it. I will be building some more things onto it, and also I will be putting in some furniture, some things. I do have a teleporter there now, so if you come to this base and you see it there, you'll be able to get out. I just haven't put up a terminal. As I always say, always put down a teleporter, always put up a terminal. It's 2 things you should do in your base regardless of anything else, and make sure you have power to run both of them. So yeah, go ahead and take a look at that. And again, love that you joined me this day for 16. I actually made it to 16. But I didn't post it at that time, and I do apologize. Again, life was life for me really hard this week. But anyway, go ahead and give me a like and a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and I'll see you in the next iteration.